1075 The Game Podcasting is sponsored by Modern Exterminating, a family-oriented company. Professional, honest, and dependable pest control solutions. We're your one-stop shop for all pests.
With the exception of about 8 or 10 schools, the rest of college football is looking at what Curt Cignetti has done and is saying some form of, hey, we should try that. Or, depending on the school, you better start doing that. I'm not sure where Carolina falls, and it may depend on a point of view. I certainly think if I look towards, say, Lubbock, Texas, there's more of a, you better start doing that, Joey. Then, hey, that looks fun.
Coach Campbell just said what you should be doing, Joey.
Yeah.
The thing about it, too, Jay, I think this started, I mean, we look at Curt Cignetti and what he's done in Indiana with veteran players through the portal. College basketball, this was starting in college basketball about 3, 4, 5 years before football really caught it. You look at some of those teams that was winning in college basketball, experienced guys through the portal, 22, 23, 21-year-old guys using the COVID year and redshirt years.
I think Tony Bennett was doing it at UVA. I think Dusty May did it at FAU. And forgive me, Brian, San Diego State
did it too. And a bunch of their guys I think were 35.
I know, man. But you're right. And Rare is and look, could you argue that one of the reasons John Shire and Duke haven't pushed through yet is because they don't always have?
Well, I will say this. The last 2 years, to be fair to that point, they got in crunch time situations against older veteran teams, and what happened?
They went gulp.
They puckered, so to speak.
Yeah.
So there is a thing about older veteran guys who have played more games, like anything, though, Jay. Remember when you were younger, typically 22-year-olds.
I mean, when I was.
Well, when you were, I mean, look at you now. It's, God, Chase. Anyway,
it's not gray hair. It's the light.
Yeah, it's what it is. It's what it is. But, I mean, 22-year-olds typically beat up on 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
23-year-olds, they typically have their way with 19-year-olds in athletic events. Because you know what? That 3-4 year span of maturity and physical, dominance or whatever is a thing. And I think that guys like Curt Cignetti went, look, I can't go get the 5-star kid. I can't beat Georgia on 5-star kids.
Right.
I can't beat Bama. I can't beat Ohio State. You know what I can do? I can go in the portal and get some veteran guys who might want to come here from other places where this betters their situation. I'll bring some of my James Madison dudes with me, and we'll go play ball. And I think it's easier, Jay, to hit the portal than it is to go get the 5-star.
It is. And now Indiana's doing both, I might add. Seriously, if y'all didn't see the story last week, Indiana got their first ever. Not since Curt Cignetti got there.
Ever.
They got their first ever commitment from a 5-star recruit.
And that's what's happened because of what Sig has done.
It's working. So Shane Beamer is looking at that model in some ways, whether it's the Cignetti model or, again, just as he said, sports in general to the point that we just made. And you could even use this, in a lot of times in professional sports. But the great Phil Steele has now come up with a way to, from his perspective at least, and with his knowledge, measure your experience levels. And now you've done it as deep a dive into this to explain. So I told Terry in our show meeting today, it's like Professor Terry is now on the clock.
All right. Everyone gather around as Professor Ford goes into the NCAA experience chart. Now, what it is, he takes basically the tabulation of senior starters on the 2-deep, not counting the kickers.
Okay.
Or the punters.
Okay.
Along with juniors, sophomores, and freshmen. Basically, it goes to a level of 0 to 100. If you had, for an example, 25 seniors, NCAA scholarship limit on your 2-deep everywhere, and they had every yard, every tackle, every sack, tackle for loss, interception, et cetera, if they had all your stats, and they're seniors on the 2-deep, on a scale of 0 to 100, you'd be 100.
Okay.
That's the perfect score.
Gotcha.
If you had the opposite, you have a 0. If you had no seniors and all these young'uns had all the returning production. This is a combination of seniors, experience, and the production coming back. Billy Connolly gave you returning production where South Carolina was top 10 in the country as well, maybe even top 5. This takes also offensive line. This is something you should look at as a metric anyway, that it's being talked about a lot. Career offensive line starts. South Carolina right now has a total of 126 offensive line starts. These guys came from everywhere, though, not here.
Yeah.
That's 4th in the country. Number of big plays on D percentage coming back, South Carolina's 22nd in the country. And that's even with losing some of the guys they lost in the defensive backfield.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at returning yards coming back on offense, South Carolina's sitting 11th in the country. So there's a lot of experience coming back. Not only seniors, but production combined makes this metric. On a scale of 0 to 100, South Carolina is sitting just a tick under 67%, which is 5th in the country. And guess who's better than them in the SEC? Exactly, that person. Nobody.
Okay.
Best in the SEC in this metric is South Carolina.
Okay.
No one else in the SEC is in the top 10, by the way. After South Carolina,
Wow.
Georgia is next at 12.
Okay.
Texas A&M's at 13.
Okay.
Oklahoma 23, Texas 25. That's the only SEC teams in the top 25.
Wow.
The bottom, it's not going to shock you, teams with new coaches.
Yeah.
Arkansas at the bottom.
Yeah.
Kentucky next. LSU next. Those three. Then this gets interesting. The 4th least experienced team is Alabama. 5th least experienced is Tennessee. Keep your eye on that if it matters as the season kicks in.
Yeah, because and that's where, again, I think this is going to matter, but there will be exceptions to every rule. And you mentioned LSU. Mm-hmm. LSU's loaded.
They're loaded, even though this production, it's not like South Carolina. We get all these seniors and all this production coming back. LSU doesn't have production coming back like South Carolina, but what LSU does is they got dudes. And so does Bama. And Bama's going to have dudes. All this is going to, obviously, for Alabama, it's going to be how good your offensive line, how good your young quarterback. That's really what's going to happen with Bama.
Yeah.
But Bama, especially on defense, is loaded.
Yeah.
So those things, like for an example, I'll give you some of these other teams in the top 10 just to go to the point of you can't take this as religion. Number 1 in this metric is Air Force, which makes sense.
That does.
Service Academy makes sense.
Absolutely.
Number 2, my Terps.
Okay.
And they're going to be bad. They're not going to be very good. Okay. God love them. Well, they're your Terps, too. You got kids there.
Yeah, I do.
They're our Terps. Number 3.
I'm glad the two that went to, one that went and one that's going. Mm-hmm. I'm glad they're not as big of sports fans.
It's good for them, especially football. Yeah. Maryland missed the memo on how important football is supposed to be. Yeah. Number 3, this is a team to keep an eye on. Number 3 is BYU.
Okay, it also makes sense.
BYU, a lot of production coming back. Remember, freshman quarterback. And they also have this special redshirt program they use. Right. So, and plus they're spending money. All right, so BYU is number 3. Number 4 in this metric. Where'd they go? Oh, they're right in front of me a second ago. Time's a ticking on me. Number 4. I believe it's a group of 5 team. Forget it for right now. I'll find it later. Army's number 6. Number 5 is South Carolina.
Yeah.
You look at the top team in the ACC is Virginia at 16. Clemson, by the way, if you're interested, is 38th.
Okay.
And the top team, if you go over to the BYU is in the Big 12, South Carolina SEC, Maryland Big 10, Nebraska's 8th, UCLA's 10th, Houston is 9th. Texas Tech, with all their stuff going on, is 21st. So they do have some folks.
Well, again, Joey McGuire has done a lot of portal recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
There's no question. So
absolutely.
I think they're looking. That's why I say they're looking at that model.
Oh, and number 4 is Notre Dame.
Oh, okay.
They're in the independent. I'm going to tell you something. We don't talk about them enough. They are loaded, man.
No, they're going to be good.
They are loaded.
They're going to be good.
So there's your experience charts.
I like it. I mean, again, how much is it going to matter? Like I say all the time, go win football games.
Every situation's different.